Welcome everyone to the Elder Brain Sea of Souls live stream. Tonight is a very exciting night, my friends, because we are officially Twitch affiliates. We have made the jump to affiliate status on Twitch, which is very exciting for us. And I hope this is going to be exciting for you guys as well. It means that you can subscribe. And with those subscriptions come all kinds of perks that we're going to start throwing in. Lots of fun perks and emotes and things like that. And there'll be some more information about that in our Discord channel. So if you are not already in our Discord channel, you got to join our Discord channel because that's where all the info is going to happen. But check out all of our links in our link tree /elderbrain. Yeah, we made it. We are officially, and we've already got 2 subscribers. It's excited. It's Mike and I.
Yeah,
but still. But we're kicking it off with two subscriptions, so just to get the ball rolling. So we've got some new goals that come along with that, and yeah, we're really excited that it's well, like how many years have we been doing this now?
I believe
2 or 3.
It was October of 2021, or it's October of 2020. I'm not sure.
Somewhere in there, but so it's been a few years. So slow process. We didn't go full steam into being stream masters, but here we are. So thank you to those of you who have followed us, who got us over the 50 follower mark, and who have been just chatting with us in stream and helping us to actually get to this point. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Could not have done this without you.
It is true. So you helped get us here. So we appreciate that, and we're looking forward to whatever else is to come in the future. It's exciting times. So yay, go us, and happy times.
October 21st, 2020. October 21st, 2020 was our first stream.
Man, so so
we're coming up on 3 years.
We need to do like 3 weeks from now or so. We need to do like a three-year celebration.
Celebration.
Yeah, maybe like a game night or something, or that'd be a good time to do that. So yeah, stay tuned for that, I guess. That's we'll make something happen.
All right.
All right. So that's the only announcement I got. That's just kind of a big one that we wanted to throw out there. I guess we do have one more announcement. Seeing as next week here in Canada is Thanksgiving, we will not have a Thanksgiving stream. So next Monday, no stream. Holiday, take a break, enjoy with your friends and family, like and such as. And we will pick it up the week after that. So no stream for Thanksgiving. Eat your turkey and be merry. There we go.
If you don't observe Thanksgiving or you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, just
eat and be merry.
Yes, or pizza.
Yeah. Have some tofurkey or sushi rolls.
Catch up on the backlog. That's
right.
That's right. Finally finish your Baldur's Gate playthrough. I've reached the point of the game where they're really like, all right, now we're really going to test your PC specs. Get ready.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
All right. Okay. With all that out of the way, let's jump in. This is episode 65 of the Sea of Souls campaign. Now, Runics.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite well-dressed orc.
Love them.
Forced to follow you at the bequest of Captain Vargost, is now tagging along as you trudge through the woods in search of your ex-Umbran priest quarry. As you travel further south, the region becomes more marshy and humid, forcing you to watch your step where sludge and mire overflow onto the path, creating boggy conditions. Clear signs of rot and disease become more apparent, giving you a sure sign that you are indeed entering an area under the sway of Grimorgan, the goddess of rot and decay. Owen, the priest, must be nearby. You had a fairly uneventful rest with Runics by your side, and the following day as you continue your trudge through the woods. What's the general mood amongst the party here?
Trees, man, the trees.
Oh, so we get a long rest. I get to click the long rest button.
So you did get a long rest. You guys, you did make camp, so there is a long rest that was had.
Fantastic.
Hooray!
I think overall, well, does that mean we like this has been like a full night's rest?
Yes. So
In
your
that case,
exhaustion should be.
As I say, Talon's feeling pretty good. He will wake up and be like, I assume I don't have that dream again.
You do not have any unfortunate dreams. I mean, your usual twisted.
Oh, I have probably weird dreams, but they're the normal ones. They're not the same one that I've been having forever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That seems to have been handled. So the lifting of that curse upon you was successful.
Excellent. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be awake. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning.
You're awful chipper.
I'm always chipper.
I mean, look at it. It's beautiful here. The sun's misty. Your feet are all squelchy. It's nice and humid and dank. It's fantastic.
Flake, I was just starting to think it's kind of nice to have a change of scenery, but all the things you just described are horrible, so... No, this is terrible.
I'm thinking of, looking for property around here. This place is great.
You and I are very different people.
Oh, we didn't need anything to tell us that. That was...
Orc will just get up, thankful that nothing tried to attack us in the middle of the night. How's
the trees?
Yes. How's Runix looking?
Give me a medicine check to start us off.
Here we go.
Medicine. I'm not awful at that.
You say that, but that was the wrong thing to say because now.
I mean, a 16's not.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. That's not awful. You're actually dead on.
Not good.
As in he looks like he hasn't slept, or?
So, it looks like whatever bit him, or multiple things that attacked him, similar to what you guys had fought off. You can see on his arm where that wound was. It's very pussy. The arm itself actually looks a little swollen, and he looks a less vibrant green, sort of turning more to gray.
That's not
his eyes are somewhat bloodshot. He's got big bags under his eyes. He doesn't look like he slept well, but it's more than that. He seems to be affected, or infected by something that is has multiple symptoms, and he's kind of groggy, like.
Dalen, did your time in the Priory teach you anything pertaining to treatment of infection?
Well, I did learn that sin is something that infects us all.
So nothing practical then?
Well, no. It was a priory. I mean, I know a little bit here and there. I picked up some stuff on the streets. I know how to remove a bullet wound without calling any doctors. I know how to remove a rusty nail from your boot sole. I'm pretty good at doing, stitches if that's necessary, but I've never actually trained in any kind of medicine. At least I wouldn't call myself proficient.
Nice.
Although there are some people who believe that music can be quite healing. I could sing a merry tune about feeling better. rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end.
That's merry indeed. He kind of looks at you. Runix kind of gives you looks just like...
Talen's in a great mood right now. He's so happy.
I mean, I have a greater healing potion if that would keep you alive.
I feel like I don't know.
Give
I
me
feel
an
like
Arcana check.
I was gonna say I feel like if he's got some kind of ailment, it's probably gonna take a bit more than that. Because like we've experienced ailments in the past where we've needed like more specific things.
Rolled a 15. My Arcana is 8, so 23.
Okay. Yeah, you get the feeling that a healing potion isn't going to take care of this. This is more likely some sort of disease.
Hey, Talon, remember when you caught jungle fever?
Vividly.
Uh-huh.
In
Or in spots here and there.
I was gonna say, what I do remember is quite vivid, but most of it is non-existent.
Yeah.
I seem to recall there was a lot of all of you being very nice to me all of a sudden, and it was rather suspicious. And then I don't remember much else. And then I remember waking up and we arrived.
Well, we don't want to make Runix suspicious, so no one be nice to him.
Okay, no problem there. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty good at like back alley surgery, but again, I wouldn't consider myself proficient, so I could just as well kill him as I could save him.
Yeah, let's save that as like
You might be doing me a favor in that case.
Yeah, well, that'd be two of us. What about your magic sensory extra sensors
Me?
stuff? Yeah.
Your ESP? Extra sensory
Yeah.
I don't think he's suffering from something arcane.
Okay.
If you want to spend 10 minutes, I can.
Are we thinking this is like a worm's crawling inside of him or something?
Or like a poison.
Wasn't a poison.
I mean, I can hear him wheezing from here, but I think everyone can.
Presumably, though, and I will kind of like... I'm going to look directly at Runix and then continue to talk to the party about him loudly as if he's not there.
Oh, yeah.
Presumably, though, he would have picked this up before he ran into us. Otherwise, probably all of us would be feeling this way and would have similar issues.
Well, I believe this
unless
is
we are
have
it, and this is maybe gangrene or something.
Waylaid. Oh, I told you that I was waylaid by those whatever they were, flowers coming alive. Tree things with the teeth. Unable to fight them off, because if you recall, they don't have any weapons on me, thanks to Vargost, so... I guess I've succumbed to something that got inside me when I was attacked by them. I was perfectly hale before that moment, so... That's my guess.
I can remedy one of those things. Dinar will reach down his leg and pull up one of his daggers. Holding it by the blade. Pass it over towards Runix. It's not much, but in a pinch.
As kind of views, that is. It won't work.
But he's put
I
some
can't
kind of...
take it from you.
Oh, wait, am I forgetting something from last week that he told us? About the curse that he's got? I need to check my notes. What is it that he can't do? He's underneath some magic. We fixed his... I removed his divination, but he's also got...
Yeah, he can talk about it now, but he can't do anything to help himself, basically.
Yeah.
So I dispelled magic. I mean, If you're interested, Runix, I could attempt to dispel some of the other arcana that seems to be hindering you.
How many spells you got?
Yeah.
Well, enough for now.
I get the feeling that they laid quite a number on me, so...
Okay.
Look, save your spells for whatever it is you're doing here. Don't waste them on me, alright? I'm sure your party members will agree with me on that one. Can you imagine if you used your spells to rid me of these magical whatevers, and the next thing you know, we find ourselves in a bog fighting some sort of nasty beastie, and one of their lives is on the line, and you're, whoops. Whoops.
Yeah, wouldn't that
I saved Ronix from his things, and now I can't save you from yours, so whoopsie daisy. They'd forgive you, right? I'm sure they would. They all do seem the forgiving type.
Yeah,
I see you all just with a smirk.
See, the difference is D didn't come out as a dirtbag to begin with, so yeah, he's got a little more leeway.
Well, I mean, how do you know? How long have you known him?
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, go back to being sick, and let's get the hell out of here and do our job.
Yeah, that seems as good an option as any right now.
Keep on trucking, I suppose.
Keep on trucking. All right. So as you move into a significantly swampier part of things here, it's going to slow things down a bit as the road does still continue through the woods, but again, you can see spots where it's muckier. Water has definitely seeped up and is kind of encroaching on, the banks of the road. The air is just like thick with moisture and heavy, and it's very slogging now as you move into this. It's not a nice hike in the woods. You're in the swamp, and it sucks.
Certainly does.
So the first thing I'm going to get from everybody is a strength saving throw.
Oh,
goody.
My kryptonite.
Actually, let's make this Constitution. I think is more fitting. Constitution saving throw.
I mean, that's a little
better. Yeah. Oh, not on a 1 though.
Yikes!
Middling.
I rolled a 1 for a total of 5.
No, I mean Torque's just like whatever. I got this.
Whatever.
So
man.
is Flick, really? Yeah.
Flick's a hardy individual. He eats garbage.
True. Yep.
Okay. And sorry, what did Dinar get?
A total of 5 on a natural 1.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, hey.
Excuse me. So, our two green boys aren't affected by the weather conditions at all. This isn't a magical save. This is literally just you're feeling weary. It's like you're sweaty. It's 40 degrees out kind of thing, and you're trying to walk through here. So, so Torque and Flick, you manage to kind of just shrug off the effects, and you're like, yeah, no big deal. Dinar and Talon, however, you feel it's not like an exhaustion, but your speed, your ability to travel through here at sort of regular paces is hampered a bit. You're feeling a little bit more like, okay, I need 5 minutes. Give me a break. You have to stop a little bit more frequently. So your total travel pace, you guys are about 50-50 there. So your travel pace as a party is slowed down. It's going to take you a little bit longer to start making your way through. So it would normally be probably about another half day from what you guesstimated based on travel out of Endhold. It's probably going to take you the rest of a full day to kind of get closer to your goal.
Meanwhile, Flick's like whistling, And he's like flicking his whip up into the trees and swinging from side to side, avoiding the bogs and stuff. He's just having a gay old time.
May the weathermen come. I'm trying to be chipper, but it is every time my boot sloshes and squelches, I'm just like, oh.
Runix is right there with Dinar and Talon, and probably even worse so. He's really laboring to continue on through the current conditions.
When I had my condition, that was Torque that dealt with it, wasn't it? And he's having a hard time. He doesn't know his half-orc physiology as well as he knows humans, I guess.
Well, his medicine, he was able to tell it was an infection.
I see. Oh, it's an infection. Okay.
Yeah, he could see. So it's a disease.
He was able to tell it that's what it was, but not enough to fix it.
Yeah, so it's definitely like some sort of disease or infection, disease-like infection that has, caused from that wound where his arm is all covered in pus and swollen, and his color has changed. So he was able to determine all those things, but to pinpoint exactly what it is and how to what the remedy is, he didn't get that much.
Because that is the case, maybe after a couple hours, Dinar is going to take 10 minutes and cast Flick's Floating Floor. To place Runix on, and then it follows me as long as if I move out of 20 feet of it. So he'll always be 20 feet behind me, but
I'm
it'll follow me for an hour.
If we stop for you to start doing that, I'm just going to kind of give a big sigh. All right. Look, I can try something. And it might work. It might not. But at this point, I'm more annoyed that we're having to be slowed down than I am enjoying the fact that you have to deal with this. So let's just say you're going to owe me. And don't worry, you will owe me. I will be sure of that. But I have something I can try.
Okay.
All right, let's try it. Says I, old man, your horse will die, and we say so, and we know so. And if he dies, we'll tan his hide, oh poor old man. I shall cast Lesser Restoration.
Ah.
He's as dead as a nail in the lamp room door, and we say so, and we know so, and he won't come worrying us no more, oh poor old man.
I think.
Which does remove diseases, but it depends on how strong it is.
It does, yeah. Let me just double check this here.
I mean, yeah, if it was from one of these plants.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because diseases are weird in D&D, where it's like some things are classified as a disease that probably shouldn't be.
No.
So, 4th edition was like that too. I think like Chasm Madness in 4th edition was a disease, and it's like, yeah, but it's not though. It's like otherworldly madness. It's like Cthulhu-esque.
It's a disease of the mind.
But it's not though. It's
so immediately upon casting and watching as your magic kind of washes over him, the most notable change is his color. Does return to a nice lush green, removing that sort of gray pallidness. The swelling does seem to go down his arm. That doesn't remove the wound itself, the damage there. You can still see that there is a pretty nasty wound. But whatever the effects of it were, the infection does seem to have been eradicated. And he immediately kind of, thank you, lad.
Like I said, you owe me now.
Indeed.
Oh, hooray, he's better.
Look, Flick, you're enjoying this already way too much. I figure, a little bit of something to balance things out wouldn't hurt.
Well, Master Flick,
I was
Master Flick, just remember,
Yeah.
just remember that if it was something that was serious and became more contagious, that you'd be finding yourselves in the same situation that I am right now. So your friend potentially just saved your own life by helping me out. So, I mean, there is that.
I was contemplating amputation, so
yeah, there was a lot of that on the streets. If a person gets sick, you definitely want to make sure that they're the only one who stays sick.
They cut it off and burn it?
Well, we didn't have access to that, so,
Fire?
That's how we handled it back in camp. I'm just telling you.
If we are finished with our triage, we should probably continue moving.
Very well.
I mean, I can look after that wound. Lads? If you're looking for a bitchin' scar, I can take care of that wound for you.
I mean, I'm not opposed to a scar. What did you have in mind?
Well, I think I could cast mending, so it's not going to actually heal any damage, but it'll close the wound and give him a bitchin' scar.
He kind of looks you over and he's like, give me a persuasion check.
Ooh. Has Flick ever done persuasion before? I wonder.
I'm super, super charming here. Check this. There's a 4.
You can see him thinking about it, and then he's like, I don't trust you. I'm sure you appreciate that, so I think we'll pass for now.
You know what? You're not as dumb as you look. Clap him on the cheek a little bit, and off we go.
Well, thank you. You see, you kind of catch at the corner of your eye. He's like, all right.
Well, Tayland, it's already up if you want to have a seat for a little while.
Oh, gladly.
I will just have to remain 20.
Floating floor.
Flick's floating floor. I'll just have to remain 20 feet ahead of Tayland, which might actually be a nice change of pace.
There you go.
A little quieter.
As long as you're upwind.
Yeah. Well, it follows me, so I have to be. So there we go.
Oh, we'd be all right if it wasn't so squelchy. We'd be all right if it wasn't so squelchy.
I need perception checks as we move into our trek.
Let's see what we see.
There's a +1 coming up.
19 for torque.
Is this something where my advantage would come into play?
Yeah,
is it sight based?
It's all around awareness, so sight, sound.
Okay, I will keep an eye on the sight then.
Yeah.
I'll keep my ears open.
Oh God, I rolled terribly. That's a 20.
And I rolled terrifically.
I got a 12 total.
Okay. So for the most part, you guys are pretty perceptive. I think Denar's a little bit distracted, it would seem, perhaps. Maybe from the concentration on the disc and just the general nastiness of trekking through the swamp here.
Flick's soon to be summer home.
So I would say with the addition of the floating floor, that is going to ease the journey a little bit for Dinar. You have Tayland on there.
Right now, Tayland's on there, and one thing I will point out: it's a ritual, but it only lasts an hour. So,
So for 1 hour, I get a nice ride.
For 1 hour, he gets a nice ride. If we need it, I could always cast it again, but we'll just say for 1 hour for now.
Yeah, you said it was a ritual, right?
Yeah, so I can always recast it, no problem. But
if we want 2 of them, we can have 2.
Hey.
Use of that would
slow us down.
Hasten your... No, it would. Because you're already slowed down because of the poor constitution check of Dinar and Tayland. So being able to float along rather than trudge along for a couple of you would actually pick up the pace a little bit again, is what I'm trying to say. So.
Sure.
All right, go ahead, Flick. I'll hop on yours. You walk 20 feet ahead of me. I'll float behind you and Tayland behind me.
All right.
Wagon train. I love it.
All right. The woods get increasingly what I'm looking for. Drippy, oozy, covered in
like
moss, but like rotting moss, and that
like when you don't empty the compost for a while and the bag is just
yeah. That sickly sweet stench of decay just fills your nostrils, and you can see things having, you can see corpses having been, grown over. You can see things that you'd probably rather not see. There's pools of bubbling. You assume it's water, but who knows what else is mixed in there.
Tonight's episode of Sea of Soul is presented in smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Yes, as Trillium adds the very appropriate word of moist. It is very moist.
Delicious.
No.
Delicious.
Environment. Yes.
Put a nickel in the jar.
What a wonderful word. Moist.
The moist jar?
The moist jar.
Yes.
Anytime somebody says moist. And anytime somebody says moist, somebody is forced to subscribe to the channel.
Sort of like every time a bell rings, an angel gets his ring. It gets its wings.
Yeah. Anytime somebody says moist, you gotta pay up. Yeah. But that's a good descriptor. It's definitely a very moist, unpleasant environment. Yeah, because it's a good word. It's a good onomatopoeia word. Yeah. You can sense that there are something, or perhaps just the forest itself, watching you as you go. And you do sense the difference between the area that you were before. The trees that were there had more aberrant, otherworldly feel to them. It would seem that those were more connected to that entity that, in service of Triscades, who kind of ambushed you there. Things here are more natural, but in the sense of distorted and rotted, diseased, growth, more of like a microbial growth as opposed to like healthy growth. There's spores growing on things. There's, trees that have weird shapes and branches, looking unhealthy but still growing. So it's just a very sickly but natural area.
Once we have the feeling that we're being watched, Dinar will burn a chaos dice to turn on his true sight.
Okay. So go ahead and roll d6.
D6.
As you spend a chaos dice.
Roll the 3.
Okay. You don't notice any, arcane eyes or orbs or anything like that are kind of hovering around. You don't see any illusions revealed. So you gather that whatever that sense of watching, it's not something that's necessarily hiding via arcane means, but it's the actual forest itself. Things around here, while not quite sentient, seem to have awareness.
Well, Jensa can at least give us the assurance that we're not being watched by arcane means currently.
That's a small relief, at least.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I need to freshen my tea during the break.
Like we're real world us are feel like we're in the swamp right now.
And we're between long rests at the moment.
That's right. Perpetually between long rests.
Yeah.
To continue on, anything you'd like to do?
Is it safe, Dinar?
Well, there's nothing that's hiding its form using any kind of magic, that doesn't mean that there aren't things that live in this forest that are better at hiding than I can detect. Just hiding behind trees or branches or whatever, but there's nothing arcane here. So, we move on for now. Unless there's any objections to that.
None for me.
I don't want to be here anymore, so the faster we get out of here, the better.
I'm in that camp too.
That's a good way to put it. I just don't want to be here.
I'm scouting locations, so I need to see over the next rise.
Okay. Continuing on. After most of the day's travel, trekking through nasty, swampy woods, you see your first sign of ruins of previous civilizations. You can see some unnatural stone sticking up out of the undergrowth. Definitely looks like it's been worked and carved, weathered by who knows how many years of growth and decay, but nonetheless it is unnatural.
And you said, sorry, we're coming up on these ruins near nightfall, or?
You're probably closing around like end of, like late afternoon, early evening, yeah.
Do we want to try to clear out one of these ruins and make camp for the night, or do we want to press on?
What time of day is it?
So we're getting like late afternoon.
Right.
Anything that's still standing is a good sign there's some solid ground somewhere nearby, so worth a shot.
Switch. Torkel, not in agreement.
I suppose.
It might give us a wall at our back overnight.
Okay.
So we'll look for a ruin that maybe has a wall or two that don't look like they're going to fall and crush us in the night.
Okay.
That would be a plus.
Clear out some brush and make a fire.
Okay. So I would allow a survival check for this. I think would probably be fitting, as you're looking for something to fortify, something to literally survive the night.
I could do survival.
I'm trained in survival, so can I give Torque advantage?
Sure.
Excellent. So it's going to be a 22.
Okay. Yeah, you're easily able to find. You don't know what it was, but it looks, secure enough, sort of 90-degree corner, like two walls that are pretty solid together, and kind of a partial third wall. So it's not like an enclosed room, but you've got enough of a shelter that you can use to fortify your backs against. Have clear out some undergrowth to build a fire, that kind of thing, and enough space to sleep very close together. It's probably just shy of like 15 by 15 area, so it's tight quarters, but it'll do.
This acceptable?
Yeah. Well, let's hunker down here.
Hey,
Dinar,
at least it's off the ground.
Yes.
Can be.
as the group, as you were preparing your shelter for the evening, give me a history check, please.
I'm trained in history. Not today, I'm not. That's a 1.
Somebody is.
So that's a total of 9, because I have good history, but I rolled a 1.
You know enough to recognize that these ruins are likely of dwarven design.
A lot of that.
Just by the ancient, you can see the script. It's not so much a script, but you can see elements of the script, dwarven script, worked into some of the design, some of the the border etchings that would have gone around the upper walls of this room, even the cut of the brick, things like that. There's just a few things here and there where it doesn't give you an idea of what dwarven empire or what age this would have been, but you know enough of dwarven architecture to be like, dwarves made this at some point.
Might explain why these are still here. This is dwarven construction. All right, who wants first watch?
I can do it if no one else volunteers.
Okay, I'll go second.
I think Runix should probably not get a turn.
I agree.
As do I.
After what you've been through, you could probably use the rest anyway.
I mean,
As much as I'm going to get, but yes, indeed. So we got Torque,
And
Dinar.
Yep. Do we need 3?
Just 3, yeah.
Right, Flick will go last. That's fine.
Flick, okay.
Sleeping up in a tree anyway. So
yeah, as I say, I usually don't take watch. No one
Yeah.
trusts me when I'm sleeping.
Because you usually pass out drunk, so.
Usually, yes.
Well, but your sleeping curse has been removed from you, so
Yes, which means
I
I,
think
can
it's
go
time
back
for
to
you
my
to take some
normal type
roll.
of sleeping. That's my normal sleeping now.
All right.
It's fine. I only have, one whiskey, one port, and one rye, and then a little bit of cider. Give that a try. Some stout, one butter, one cold.
A very simple nightcap.
Yeah.
Scotch at least 7 years old, then some wine. Start with the port, then wash it all down with a beer of some sort. Brandy, some sherry, some grog, and some ale, some old Mountain Dew, and a good Howling Gale, mead, stout, vermouth, and gin, vodka, bourbon, and a sly grin. Moonshine, tequila, cognac, schnapps, old sour mash, 2 belly flops, Goldwasser, Russo, White Lightning, Green Toad, Absinthe, Sambuca, and then, of course, one for the road.
is this why we've been moving so slow through the forest? Because you have to carry all that crap?
No, I just swirled it all around in a big jug.
This is also why we had to put the content warning in.
I thought it was one of those Mountain Dew.
One of
That's
those
what I
Mountain
heard.
Dew, yeah.
Rare old Mountain Dew is a type of moonshine from Ireland,
Oh, I've heard it'll tickle your innards.
made up in the mountains. I think I remember looking this up a while back.
I got that too. I'm like, Mountain Dew? That's one of these things is not like the other.
Climbed a mountain and collected the dew on the grass from the mountainside.
Those sea shanty writers were some real
Yeah,
gamers.
it's Irish moonshine.
Throw some Prime in there,
Yeah.
Red Bull, way ahead of their time.
It's also a song, Rare Old Mountain Dew. It's a very good song.
All right. Let's have Torque make a perception check for first watch then, as you try to
Slightly.
get some sleep in your makeshift shelter.
That is a
Ooh,
9.
Well, my luck has run out. I guess Fork was more tired than he let on.
So what is preoccupying Torque's attention?
I think in addition to just like keeping, the others from squabbling with Runix and everything, and just like being in this place and how oppressively humid and odorous it is, and how they've been marching all day. I think that Torque's scaly eyelids are just starting to get heavy. He's getting on in years. He can't pull all-nighters the way he did when he was a young turtle.
So, as you are somewhat distracted,
Uh-oh.
That's what you want to hear.
you do not notice as one of the vines coating the old ruined walls creeps slowly towards you along the ground. That is going to be a horrible miss, though.
Oh, oof.
Well, it probably has advantage though.
The 15 on
yeah, it
a
rolled
second
twice.
attack.
That will also miss.
So you don't notice it creeping, but you do notice something try to pierce your shell.
Oh.
So clearly not a being of intelligence. Then you turn around and you see the vine has actually come down, and it's like got thorns coming off of it, and it seems to be animating and coming at you.
Okay.
Trying to attack and grab you. What would you like to do?
It doesn't come up a lot, but I do still have a hand axe, my old boarding axe.
Hey, the boarding axe.
Haven't really needed it in a while since, I can just boomerang my hammer. But in this case, I feel like a cutting implement would probably be best to just try and hack at this thing like a machete.
Okay.
This is just gonna be a regular attack, not reckless.
Sure.
So 25?
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. Ignore the rage damage because I'm not raging. And I accidentally clicked Maul. I don't know how that happened.
Force of habit.
Shouldn't even have that anymore. So let me just roll the damage on that. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be 6 slashing damage.
Okay. So you do take a chunk out of it. And as you cut off part of the vine, you realize that the entire wall, the vine kind of covering the whole wall, shivers, and you realize that this is all one giant creeping plant.
Pork is just gonna take a deep breath and then just bellow out, "Everyone wake up!"
What?
What's up, Dork?
We need to get out of here.
Why?
Who got into here?
Torque points at the vines writhing on the wall and says, that is
The
why.
whole wall is now like vines like reaching out, and you see thorns growing off of it as it starts.
Oh, you guys are seeing that too. Okay, yeah,
come
no.
towards
But that way.
One of them shoots a thorn at you, Dinar, and it misses you. Like, whoa! As you see a thorn kind of come off of it.
May I attempt a firebolt at it? At the wall?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Light this sucker up.
The only person with fire magic.
That's a 17 plus 8, so 20.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
6?
Absolutely. That'll hit. Yep.
So this will do 3d10. Uh, 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 3 is 14.
Okay. The
14.
entire wall of vines bursts into flames, and you hear an otherworldly as the whole thing just starts to shrivel up, and you see bits of burnt vine and leaf and thorns just drop off the wall. There's a big scorch mark across the stone as the flames just kind of catch and almost like fireworks just go out along each limb of this vine, each appendage, until there's just a charred husk left covering the stone wall.
All right, everybody back to bed.
Is it safe now?
Give me a perception check or nature check, either one.
It's dead.
I will do
That one's
perception.
dead.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick look around.
Sure.
I'm going to give
survey.
myself disadvantage, canceling my advantage because I'm very groggy and drunk.
Not to question your leadership, Captain, but perhaps relocation would be pertinent.
There's
Just
a
in case.
21.
Nothing else is moving around you, and you don't see any other vines in the immediate vicinity that look like that one. It does appear that this was one entity that was covering this batch of ruins, and it has been burnt to a crisp.
Since we're already nice and cozy here, can I suggest a solution to our little paranoia problem here? I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on Paige Fire. And have her just do a perimeter, just hose down. Just give us a fire break.
Sure.
I mean, with all this decomposing plant matter, there's probably a lot of swamp gas in the air for that to ignite.
Yeah, no, it's gonna
I
be
just don't want
glorious.
I just don't want it to ignite us with it.
So
It'll be fine.
it's less that the ignition issue, but there's definitely a potent smell that now lingers in the air of burnt,
See, look,
rotting.
now you got something
vegetation.
calming to help you get to sleep. Like little incense before bedtime. It's great.
You do notice though that in addition to the smoke, just the wisps of the smoke kind of around, seem to have created a bug-free perimeter as well. So,
Well done, Flick.
Giving.
Well done. All right, everybody back to sleep.
Good
All right.
old fire. What would we do without it?
I
Probably. Yep.
probably.
Freeze to death.
Yeah. All right. So that is Torque's watch. The rest of your watch goes relatively uneventful, other than you perhaps kind of looking around every now and then trying to see if there's anything else there. But no other vines attack. You do hear night stalkers, out in the wilderness around you, birds of prey hunting at night. You can hear the occasional shifting of underbrush. Nothing really close, though. More enough off in the distance to indicate that there is an abundance of nightlife around, but nothing disturbs you. And it comes time for Dinar's watch.
I think Dinar will spend his watch not flipping through, he doesn't have a book, reading over his sash to make sure that he's choosing the correct spells for the next day. Give him the least chance of being made fun of by Talon.
Least chance.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah,
it's
least
probably
chance.
still
Yeah,
going to happen.
minimize.
Yeah.
And I'll get a perception check from you as well.
Okay. My passive is going to be better. That's a 5 plus 1 for a total of 6. My passive is 11.
You're are you using a new set of dice, or is this your normal dice?
No, this is my perception is really bad.
I don't know,
I
man.
suppose my rolls have been pretty bad.
I was gonna say your rolls tonight have been absolutely abysmal.
Maybe I need to put this one in the dice jail.
You're rolling like, what's going on?
Yeah, really.
Jeez. All right. So similar question that I asked Torque. What is? I guess you've already sort of mentioned what is preoccupying Dinar's mind, but
yeah.
I guess your attention is split between you're trying to look around, but then you're like, okay, what spells do I need to get? Thankfully, your lack of attention is not to the detriment of the party, as your watch goes by uneventful. Nothing occurs. Same thing. Every now and then your attention is drawn to a sound out in the brush. Something sounding larger than others, but you guys have spent enough time in the wilderness that you're like, okay, yeah, there's stuff out there. It's all good as long as they don't come near. Your watch similarly comes to an end, bringing us to Flick.
Flick, you're up.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Skipper. Anything exciting happen?
Nope. Nothing noteworthy.
Glad to hear
aware of.
it.
Nothing that was noted by Dinar.
Yeah.
Fair.
I will have the same report for you in about 3 hours.
Love it.
That's awfully confident.
You're asleep.
You should talk a lot in his sleep now that
All right. So Flick, perception check. Using
And I guess
whichever senses
between
you'd like here.
my big ears and having Paige help me, do I get advantage on this?
I'd say you have advantage on this one, yeah. Because, yeah, you do have page out as well, so.
Oh, 22.
22, okay. So you are on high alert. Anything particular that Flick is thinking or looking for, aware of?
Oh, I've got like a 2-level joint with like a little like paddle boat launch to go out into the muck a little bit, and then maybe like a nice view of the little ooze geyser or whatever that thing was bubbling up, whatever gas was coming out of there. That's kind of nice to watch, you know. I've got the whole thing.
This is great.
Yeah.
Okay. It does bear somewhat of a resemblance to some of the swamps in Careful, in the deep jungle. That would be, or even around Heck, where Flick's people are from. So yeah, there are some
It's
sights
real
and
homey.
sounds of home. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, the wildlife is a bit different, but there are some similarities. That the trees are,
Homey yet exotic. It's perfect, man.
yeah, homezotic. Yeah. Or Exomi, whatever, yeah. There we go. We'll call it the region of Exomi.
That's how you world build, folks.
That's how fantasy works. You just
Yeah.
you just make
updating
words
the wiki as we speak.
up. Yeah. Okay, Exomi. So we're in the swamps of Exomi. In this case, I literally wrote that. I can't see, but I literally wrote that down. So
I don't want to add more work to you, Craig, but for your campaign write-ups, you got to include like a secondary sidebar of like Flick's observations on X location.
you're assuming you don't already have something like that in mind.
I was just say, which is like completely wrong or opinionated versus informative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You just see his notes in the margins.
Those
And it has a
plants here
delicious
taste
swamp.
great. That's right, exactly. So Flick,
Yeah.
about halfway through your watch, probably right in that moment of pre-dawn, where there's that strange stillness and that transition between night to morning, where the light of the moon. I mean, there's not much light in this under this canopy, but the light of the moon and the light of the sun are equally absent, and there's just kind of that strange grayness. Your attention is suddenly drawn sort of off, roughly west, in the direction you guys are headed, further into the ruins. And standing seemingly right on top of a small patch of bog is what looks to be some sort of elk or deer like creature, massive 6-foot rack, just dripping with moss and green growth coming off of it. What you can make out of the fur seems to have vines kind of twisting, not necessarily on, but almost in, part vine, part plant, part animal. Its eyes have a strange dull green glow, not that green that animals have when the light flicks off of them, but more of an inner ambience to them. And this entity is just standing there watching.
It's a real Annihilation vibes.
Hopefully, no talking bears, but
How far away?
Probably good, like 100 feet or more. So not like right up close to you, but close enough. It's you get the sense that it's making itself visible, like it wants you to see it, and it's just not moving, just standing there. And after a moment, it just kind of slowly turns and walks off. And you watch as it kind of just fades into the pre-dawn mist. Its footsteps don't even disturb the surface of the swamp.
Any concept of what the hell that just was?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Ooh, nature. I'm great at that. For that, I'm in tune.
Or you know what? I would say in your case, you could substitute with Arcana, I think.
I mean, I'm marginally better with that.
Yeah, you get the feeling that there's definitely an unnatural element to this thing. There's
something supernatural going on here. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Hey, how's the natural 20 work for you?
Hey,
26.
There we go. Our luck's turning around.
So, you have heard of various entities in your travels, and especially living in, growing up in a region heavily forested, all kinds of legends of creatures of the forest, entities of the woodlands,
forest spirits and the like.
Yeah, that sort of thing. You have heard of a creature like this, a somewhat spectral, half plant, half animalistic elk-like entity known as the Forest Emperor.
The Forest Emperor.
The Forest Emperor.
He's an emperor, you see.
The Forest Emperor has been rumored to take many different forms. Always elk-like, always with that same, head display, same sort of elements to it, but sometimes the eyes are different, the size is different. Sometimes it has wings, sometimes it has 6 legs as opposed to 2. Sometimes the face is more human-like or more, more demon-like or more, otherworldly-like. There's all kinds of variations to the story, and it's uncertain what elements of these are just storytelling. People trying to, I heard this, but I heard that. But it's an entity that is mysterious, and yet people that you've encountered that talk about it speak of it as though it's a very real thing. And if your eyes are not deceiving you, then it is definitely a real entity and seems to be in your vicinity.
General demeanor, like, is it like a nature guardian of the forest, or
less guardian and more like haunting entity? So it dwells in the forest, but it's not necessarily like of nature, but more. There's definitely it's not spoken of in benign terms or benevolent terms. There's definitely a hostility.
The angle I'm looking for is, would it be cool with or against the corruption of the forest by a god of decay?
Given what you know of it, and given how it seemed to perfectly fit into the surroundings, seemingly at home.
All right.
In a place such as this.
Gotcha. Not going to be joining our side. Got to watch out for Mr. Moose. Check.
Mr. Moose.
Mr. Moose.
Any Captain Kangaroo fans out there? Am I dating myself a little bit?
No, God. That was like purged from my mind.
gotta Google something real quick.
Oh man.
What is a moose?
I mean, we're in Canada. I definitely know what a moose is.
Yeah.
We need a big cache of ping pong balls, and we'll be all set. That's all.
All right. That's the extent of your watch.
All right. Well, I'll fill everyone in the morning, but he wandered off. Not an issue.
Okay. And your watch comes to an end. And as dawn brings muted light into the forest, the sounds change from creatures of the night and nocturnal entities to still with a little bit of distortion and not quite natural, but more day creatures. And there's a muted feeling. It's not like a morning. It's more of like a okay, there's light, but that oppressive moisture is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Just the air is still thick. No reprieve. No change in temperature. Nothing more cute. Cooled down or anything. It's still just oppressive and gross and sweaty. But with the little bit of light that has come, you can see now that there are more ruins extending further south and west along the road. Some you can just make out in the brush that are much larger than the small little square that you found yourselves in.
I have over the course of my watch, I will have collected 4 acorns or some small bit of thing to throw at each person to wake them up for my little free perch.
So this location does seem to match what both Alicia and Izar had spoken of.
As being where Owen is?
Has a good likelihood, where there's a lot of old ruins in the swampy forest where there's rot and decay. So you seem to have arrived as the most likely place for a cult of Grimorgan to be hanging out.
Thanks for the wake-up call, Flick.
Hey, no problem, Skipper. So, fun fact, did you know that certain forests are haunted by giant Mr. Moose forest creature?
What's a moose?
Well, you see what I'm doing with my hands right here? He's got like big friggin' horns.
He has
he's like
4 horns on either side of his head.
Yeah.
Sounds like a horrific creature.
It is terrifying. It's about
stands
about like 3 goblins tall at the shoulder, and it's kind of made of plants
300
too.
pounds.
Yeah.
Total your automobile, whatever that is.
Uh-huh. But yeah, one of them was
terrifying.
checking us
out. Does anything that Flick describes ping anything in Dinar's brain, or in any of our brains, for that matter?
Any of you can make a history, nature, or arcana check.
I could probably attempt nature.
My history and arcana are the same, so I'm going to go history this time. Wow. That's a 5 plus 8, so 13 for Dinar.
13.
That dice goes to the back.
How many dice have you done that to so far?
2. That's the second one.
7 for Torque.
Yeah, we can just strike that from the record. I don't think it's gonna.
So Torque, Torque, it doesn't ring a bell.
Flick's word is gospel is what you're saying. Awesome.
What did Tailing roll?
Am I? I mean, I don't even know what a moose is. Am I still rolling?
Well, just to see if you heard of
All
the
right.
Forest Emperor, if anything rings a bell.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll let
say
you.
probably not. 10.
10. Yeah, okay. So none of you have heard of this entity.
Yeah. Well,
Is
just
this-
keep your eyes
so-
peeled for the magic moose of the woods here, and let's not tick it off because apparently they are a little nasty.
You're thinking that it's going to try and stop us at some point?
Well, from my recollection, they're not like benign forest protectors as much as they are spooky spirits that haunt the place. So, seem pretty at
Okay.
home.
Territorial at all, or
I mean,
if we just go about our business without disturbing
I was
this
going to say
area
it
too
seemed
much?
to be okay with you.
I mean, it checked us out and then wandered off. So, I don't know whether ratted us out or what, but
Will it be back and in greater numbers?
I guess we'll find out in a minute.
I mean,
From what you've heard, Flick, you understand this to be a singular entity, rather than a type of creature. It is a
Well, this
very
is the
specific
Forest Emperor.
being. Yes, it is a mythological entity. It's always of like, it's not like a Forest Emperor, it's the Forest Emperor. So
And it appears around the fact that I've seen it here but heard about it back home says that these guys get around, this guy gets around. Got it.
it would seem so.
So like leaning more, semi-deific kind of creature rather than a straight up, kind of thing we can even try to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Check.
well,
So
I
just
mean,
try to avoid it at all costs is kind of what we're going for at this point.
Yeah, avoid it. Try not to tick it off. I don't know what ticks it off, but just be our normal charming selves. I'm sure we'll be fine.
we can at least be comforted by the fact that
Right.
Paige blew up a whole section of forest last night, and while it visited us, it didn't attack. So
Yeah,
hack
Yeah,
and
if
slash
anything
away, I
were
guess.
to draw its ire, I would assume it would be that, but I guess
knows
we're
that we're not
fine for now.
Is it perhaps confused because we did to be fair, we did kill a bunch of trees and flowers. I mean, they weren't, but they were, and maybe it's confused because it thought maybe we're destroying. I mean, we did also burn down all those vines. I'm sure it wasn't pleased about that, but do we think maybe it's a little ticked off that we're murdering its forest, even though again it's not actually, it is and it isn't its forest?
I mean, it might just be curious what the hell we're doing here. I mean, I am too, so
Fair, yeah. I mean that I can't really fault it for that.
Okay.
Suppose we'll just keep an eye out and be wary as we continue on.
I suppose that's all we can do.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, turning back's not an option.
Can I get all of you to give me a perception check, please?
Hey.
Oh, if I have to.
All right,
I
new
assume this is
dice.
sight-based.
Yes.
Hey, that's a 20, a natural 20.
Nat 20 for
19
me, too.
For me
Nice.
and Flick.
God, holy cow.
33.
33.
That's a big
We
number.
see everything.
I see time.
Now, my natural 20 only results in a 21, but still, it's natural.
Meanwhile, Talon's seeing the Matrix.
Guys, there's like a bunch of weird dudes staring at us from behind a screen or something, and I don't know, there's like, they got like these weird polyhedrals. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Are they handsome? They sound attractive.
One of them is.
Ooh.
Which one?
Oh. shit. All right, folks. Well, that's it for this evening.
The older one with the beard.
That's
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
multiple. All of them.
I'll let you decide amongst yourselves.
Hey.
Does that narrow it down, or?
So, bringing it back into game.
Oh wait, no, I think I might have just been hallucinating. Oh my god.
Runix is gone.
Oh crap!
Ah, damn it!
I didn't even think to.
And there is no sign of him.
He was gone a while back.
All
right, who was supposed
during
to be
the
watching
night,
him?
you're not sure when. He seems to have just vanished. There are no tracks. There are no footsteps. He's just gone.
Who was supposed to be watching Runix?
I don't know. Give me a second. Dinar's gonna reach into his bag and pull out his scrying orb.
Now, do you suppose he went back to his captor, or did he take the opportunity to turn tail and run?
Well, give me a second. I can maybe find out for us. I will burn a 5th level spell slot and cast scrying.
Let him drown in the swamp.
We know that works, right? Because we got rid of the thing that was preventing.
Let him drowning in the swamp. That totally would have worked.
Well,
no,
he could still resist it.
Yeah.
He could still resist it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the target has to make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target.
I mean, we know him.
So
reasonably
first-hand
well now.
knowledge. Knowledge save modifier,
yeah,
second
yeah.
hand. Wait, where's first hand?
How well do you really know? Did you
Your
No, it's
spell
just nice.
fails.
But we don't know why.
Catch no glimpse. You don't get the sense that like he was aware and blocked you. It just doesn't land. So your scry does not land on him. It
What
comes
does that
up-
mean?
whatever bad mojo
So
they
he's not
laid
on
on
this
him
plane?
is protecting him as well. That's
Yeah, he's not scryable. I could try to send him a message if you are comfortable with me burning another bit of magic.
I mean, he does owe me. I'd like to make sure that debt gets paid,
All right.
but ultimately it's up to you. Captain.
Dinar will pull out his copper wire, wind it around his fingers, and cast Sending to Runix. Hey! Where did you go?
What the hell, man?
You already told us you couldn't go anywhere productive. I'm wasting this. Why would you leave us? We were gonna help you.
Dude, where's my orc? No response. Minute passes. No response. Silence.
He's not responding.
Can you tell whether or not it's worked, or if it's been unable to get to him? Like, do you get a busy signal or something?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, the only time that it would really fall flat would be if he's on another plane of existence. Oh, that rolled out, but that's a 12.
I think it's a percentage of not working if it's on the plane. Although, I mean, it's a very, very.
It has like a 5%
Yeah,
chance
I was
of
gonna say,
it
it
not arriving.
basically
but
doesn't
yeah.
work, but
So that's a dirty 20.
You've sent enough sendings that you are familiar enough with your spells. You know when it's worked, right? When it's done its thing. You get the feeling that the message hasn't gone through. It hasn't reached. So your scry didn't pick him up. Your sending didn't reach him. Neither worked. He's gone.
Either he's found a way to leave this plane, or the magical spell that was afflicting him is preventing me from reaching him.
I don't know if you could say that he's found a way. I feel like somebody might have helped him.
Or he was pulled, yeah.
Do you have some way to, like, maybe trace magic or something like that? I mean, we don't know when he went missing, but we're guessing it was sometime during the night.
It's really too bad that he didn't take that dagger. Can't do it today, but I could locate an object on him.
I mean...
Although he'd have to be within 1,000 feet, so that might not even work.
1,000 feet is so minuscule in the greater scheme of things.
Or what, Flick? What were you thinking?
Screw him and let's go.
Well, that's kind of where I'm thinking. I mean, I don't think there's much we can do other than take that as maybe a warning that there's something, like a plane shift around here.
Well, would he have been able to rat us out to whoever we're going to go? Like, is he off to warn the people that we're coming, or has he gone back to report in to his keepers?
Yeah, that is my concern as well. Without knowing what his intentions are, he could prove to be a liability.
As he has in the past.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me of back in the camps, there was the Elder Psoriasis. He was an oddball, even for a goblin. So this guy, catch this, 50 years in the mines, day in, day out, actually managed to earn his freedom.
Wow.
Never complaint, just head down, get the job done. Great fanfare, big old presentation. He gets the plaque, he gets the gold pickaxe, shackles removed, shown to the gate. You know what he did? Next morning, grabs his pickaxe, back in the mine. He was so used to being downtrodden and oppressed, he couldn't even conceive of what to do with his freedom. And I think old Runix, even with his metaphorical shackles removed, couldn't get his head out of the mines.
Yeah, you might be right.
So, screw him. He's going to screw us over or he's not, and there's nothing we can do about it now.
I suppose he was
Except punch his face in if he does. So, you know.
Suppose he was another potential liability in the trek and in the potential fights coming up, so, yeah. All right, well, I guess...
Potential liability in our long list of potential liabilities.
I think we take this as a keep an even bigger eye out.
Yeah, now we're watching for magic mooses and despicable orcs. You know, it's
what's done is done.
Magic moose and the despicable orc.
Focus on the task at hand.
There's a play in there somewhere.
Coming to a theater near you. All right. You guys trekking on?
I guess, yeah. We'll.
I think so.
Okay.
Trilly wants to know if Old Man Psoriasis had a pet bird.
Oh. Probably.
Coal mine canary.
Yeah. Actually, it'd probably be a dead bird. But, you know,
no
one had the heart to tell him that
he never really noticed.
Yeah.
Hit an ex-parrot.
He was old and his eyes were all cloudy.
His parrot was no more.
Buggered
off.
It had ceased to be.
It was buggered off.
Shuffled off its mortis coil.
I guess since we're at the potential ruins where Owen is, we should not be going at a full pace. We should probably be searching. From here on out.
Fascinating redemption's good. Okay. I'll get you guys to give me some perception checks as you move into the rooms.
All right.
Then.
All right. Hopefully, we're a bit more perceptive than when Runix ran off.
This dice has rolled me well so far.
Eyes.
16's not bad. +1. 17 for Dinar.
With a 19, cause I rolled back.
22.
Okay.
14, middling.
All right. So
Guys, the secret is just to roll the bigger number on the dice.
What?
Oh, is it? Okay.
there we go.
I've
3
been
years
playing
of
this game
playing.
wrong the whole time.
You have solved the D&D. You
I
have
thought it was
won.
like golf.
These and D's have been defeated. Thank you, Jack. Okay. So, it's easy to see definitely, like, the scope of these ruins here are massive. This was quite the location. What it was, you're not certain. Was it a dwarven city? Was it a religious site? It's hard to say. But the fact that there are this many dwarven ruins above ground does strike you as interesting, Tanar, especially. You know that the Gungrim have lived above ground for, hundreds of years, dating back to the deluge. But prior to that, dwarves did typically build mostly subterranean structures. There are, or there were dwarven settlements that were above ground, but typically near the mountains. Not really anything in a region that would match this. Now, what this would have looked like pre-deluge, it's hard to say. Perhaps there were mountains here. But still, finding this many dwarven ruins above ground does strike you as odd. This is something out of the ordinary. You do find, it doesn't take you too long, maybe about an hour or so in, to spot signs of occupation. Torches set up, braziers, some lit, some not. Signs of passage of vines and undergrowth being cut to make way for people to be able to move through. So there definitely are people here. These ruins are occupied. And as you make your way towards sort of the main, the largest section of ruins that you can find, even from this distance, you begin to hear voices carrying in the forest air. Some chatter, sort of almost like just like shooting the breeze. You hear a laugh every now and then.
We don't see anything yet.
No. Must be the wind.
Okay.
Oh, what was that?
Are there any high spots around that we could potentially get a view down on these buildings?
It'd be helpful.
There are trees, lots of them.
But there's no high
Most
ground.
of the ruins, there are ruins that you could climb. They don't necessarily look the most stable. A lot of growth on them.
The trees here have proven to be hostile in most cases.
So, I'm thinking that if you send Paige out, Paige is maybe a little bit too much of a contrast against the greens of the jungle floor, the jungle fauna. I don't know that Willie Redtail is going to be inconspicuous.
A parrot is generally more expected to see in a jungle.
True.
This is a swamp.
True.
Does Willie have to be a parrot, or when you conjure him, can you make him something more appropriate for the region? I have occasionally been known
to bring him forth as a fish, a rat, and a seahorse.
Could you not just make him a different kind of bird?
He wouldn't like
Never
that.
mind.
I don't know. Could you have you ever thought about painting your shell and calling yourself a turtle instead of a turtle.
I could throw Flick up in the air and then he could survey.
Whee! Again.
I do have my gecko.
Do we even think that like a flying scout is going to be able to see anything through the canopy?
Or just to perch up on top of one of the ruins to look down.
I mean, any one of us could climb.
Yes, but we've already seen what these ruins have in store sometimes.
That's
and they're very
true.
old.
Why don't? Yeah, I guess so. We're trying to do it inconspicuously, right? Like that's the plan here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find details on my gecko because I also have.
You do
familiar.
Yeah, you have a familiar now too.
I can't remember how I got that information because is it just a lizard in D&D Beyond?
Probably.
I think
it's just a lizard. Okay.
Their tiny beast stats are pretty generic.
There it is.
Tiny. Dark vision, climb speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, the advantage is that he would have a climb speed.
He would have a climb speed. His vision is not amazing, but
I mean,
give us something.
Page is okay. Like has a +3 for stealth. So, if we want, willing to give it a whirl.
I mean, like, look, even if you notice a paper airplane in the middle of a swamp, I would argue that's less suspicious than we're currently hearing.
Fair. All right.
Like, I don't know. I feel Paige has been pretty good in the past. Plus, I mean, look, we could send both. We could send Willie and Paige in 2 different directions and, like, try to keep things, good. I figure if they stick to the top of the trees, I don't think the average person's going to notice a random bird just even if it's not native to this location. How often do you notice the birds that have perched in the trees nearby?
That's fair. Yeah.
Unless you're a seasoned bird watcher, yeah. I mean, that's...
Well, yeah, and look, I mean, if we happen to run into the one place as a seasoned bird watcher, I'll happily just be like, it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
That was the research that we're supposed to have done on the guy we're trying to find. So he's out here because he's a bird watcher.
Yeah, that's right.
One key bit that we missed.
All right. If you guys want to send yours by air, I'll send mine along the ground. See if I can spot some targets.
Let's get a lay of the land. That's all we're looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe sneeze. Gonna sneeze? No. Carry on.
Okay. I'll get some perception checks then, I guess.
As the bird?
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Perception.
If I look through the bird's eyes, do I still use the bird's perception or my perception?
See, that's something that I've always been iffy on.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I feel like it's still the bird's perception because you can't see what the bird can't see.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
still going to do that.
If the bird can't see it, neither can you.
Yeah. I'm still going to do that.
Eyes, so.
Just for the record, I am going to.
Yes, I'm definitely
go limp up against Torque's
all of us
shell.
are going to be like clinging onto Torque's shell.
All right.
Well, that's a 7 with the bird, unfortunately.
Right.
I ain't seen nothing.
Age is a little better with the 15.
Well, my gecko rolled a 1.
You got to stop, man.
Plus a -1.
You got to stop, man.
I know.
Just give up now.
I'm going to run out of dice. I'm going to run out of dice.
Just buy more dice. That's always the solution.
It is, yeah, that's right. Okay, so Paige is fairly successful. You notice Paige notices a path through some of the ruins where there does seem to be remains of a road, or at least a paved throughway. And and there seems to be a bit of a clearing where the brush or the canopy doesn't fully clear. Like, it's not open sky, but there does seem to be, much taller trees. There's almost kind of like a grove, like hidden within the swamp here around these ruins. There's water that's flowing water rather than stagnant swamp water. There seems to be a bit of a stream. And, you can hear the trickle of it. Pick up the flickering of firelight as well, and hear some voices kind of chatting. And it seems to be the most likely location.
All right, so what do you think? We want to go in super friendly, singing songs, super quietly and suspicious, or like we're normal people and just walk in and pretend like we were always meant to be here?
I think now that we know where it is, we get a little bit closer and try to get eyes on. And go from there.
Okay.
Good.
I mean, if all else fails, I can distract them all with a great song, and you guys can, escape or something.
Okay.
So I guess do we want to try and be stealthy then?
Might not hurt to start.
All right, let's give it a whirl. We do
Not
it so
that we're all
rarely.
stealthy, but
True. I do get to use my boots of elven kind now, which I don't get to use very often. So that's nice.
An elvish persuasion, yeah.
Yeah, my elvish kind of boots.
Yeah, those ones, yeah.
So
They're
it's
handy.
23 on me.
Okay.
stealth. Dinar
In my
gets a
element.
total of 8.
Respectable.
8 for Dinar,
Yeah.
14 for Torque, a 25 and a 23. Okay.
There's
Not
the
too
sneaky
bad.
guys, and then there's the other
Overall.
two.
Not too bad overall. Okay. So, as you come upon the clearing, attempting to approach with stealth, your approach is helped by the fact that the individuals up ahead do seem to be unwary. They're not really on guard. They just they seem bored. They're standing by a created bonfire that's just kind of sitting on the stone ruins. There's 2 figures that you see wearing interesting garb. It's like tunics that are belted but kind of pulled up around the legs as well, making it able for them to run. They've got random bits of vine and bark and things that are kind of just strapped on here and there. And one seems to be human-ish, possibly human or elvish. The other one is definitely an elf. You can see big ears pointing out. Looks wood elven. And with them is a rather unusual canine-like creature, though it's definitely not natural. Pale white skin, like a long lizard-like mouth or tongue coming out of its snout. Sort of splotches of like red and purple kind of on its hide. So let's go ahead and pop you guys here. And the clearing leads up towards a rise. You can see that there's some old broken walls. The river or the stream kind of winds its way through this section here. You can just make out some fortifications that are built. It looks like there's a ballista or 2 that are being mounted. A few more fires kind of, sporadically placed along the path. There's some wooden bridges that have been built in spots here, so you've definitely arrived. And before we determine whether you've been successful in your stealthy approach or not, we're going to take a break. And we will pick it up there. So stay tuned. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. So then, Indiana Jones, like in that timeline was in the Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones is a bard. That's all I'm saying.
Like
bard?
I mean, it's possible.
He doesn't
But
say.
the Temple of Doom, anyways,
Worldly, knowledgeable,
you find yourself approaching
professor,
a temple of sorts.
Charismatic.
Possibly
Someone's
a
doing
temple. It's hard to see. So for the moment, it would appear that the cultists are not aware of you. However, the strange canine entity.
Yeah, that thing's weird looking.
Oh my.
I wouldn't even see, like, you described canine, and I was like, I wouldn't even prescribe the word canine to that. I can see why you would do that.
Right. Well, that's how it is described as well. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
sure. Right.
It's vaguely canine.
It seems to be sniffing the air.
Oh boy.
You see its tail go kind of down between its legs, and it's. And the one beside it just kind of goes, cut it out. Lots of animals around here. If you need to eat something, then just go eat it. But leave me alone.
I don't like how it still looks distinctly like a mammal.
A hairless mammal, yeah.
These, I think these designer dog breeds are going too far.
These ones should probably be outlawed. So
Big
it seems to have
venom
noticed
sack.
something, but the cultist is like, stop it.
Yeah.
They clearly are bored out of their mind, and they're just like, whatever, we're in this stupid jungle. They don't appear to be attentive.
Okay. I have a technical question, a spell question for the people who know D&D better than me. The sleep spell.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have to roll high enough to encompass their entire hit point pool?
Yes.
To knock all of them out? Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Sleep is a
kinda-
really good spell for the first tier of gameplay, and then it kind of tapers off. It's still useful in situations where if you're like me and you put like a bunch of kobolds in a dungeon, but in order to make them more deadly to the party, you just give them really bad poison, but they're still just kobolds. It's really useful in that situation.
I could
Yeah,
upcast
first
it.
level sleep might put one of them out, maybe.
I could upcast it and get an additional bunch of D8, but yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah, you're
Gonna
better
take out
off
a
doing
lot.
something other like something like hypnotic pattern, which is what I can do. Whatever the thing is, though, I think we should probably make a plan. And we know these guys are hostile. Like we're fairly certain that they are not someone who's going to just.
They're
Finish
cultists
this
of
fight.
an evil goddess of disease and rot. You're pretty sure that they're not friendly.
I kind of figured, but it's one of those like we fight them all the way up to the top. The guy's like, "What are you doing? We're just hanging out. Like,
Where are the good guys?
This was our
personal
weekend-
beef with these guys.
This
but
was our
they're-
weekend retreat, man. Like, samosas were next.
we haven't had guests in forever. We just wanted to."
Hey, stop it.
Well, to that end, I'm of a mind that we have no personal beef with this particular group of cultists, and we give them a chance to surrender. If we tell them get lost, we have no beef.
That's gonna work. That always works.
I want to try.
We could try sending to them or messaging them, scaring them. What are you
You can do
thinking,
that.
Flick?
I'm going to hide.
Dinar
I'm
says in a
thinking
quiet
you-
voice.
You use your message cantrip and just zap one of them and say, "Listen, we're here to chop off the head of the beast, make scarce into the jungle."
Okay. Dinar will pull out his copper wire. And he will...
I would like to not be near the party when this happens and be hidden somewhere.
Interesting.
Well, okay, so we're currently on the map. We look like we're underneath trees. Are there tree trunks around us that we can stand behind?
Yeah, my point is like, if things go bad, I still want to have the element of surprise. I don't want to just be like, oh no, and then have to deal with it. Whoever could have thought that they would turn and attack us immediately?
Well, I plan on sending a message to the one on the far side to get him to turn around.
I don't have a problem with you guys doing that. I just, taking precautions. We don't know what these guys can do.
So, well, this will be a fact-finding mission then.
Yeah, I really don't want to know what the dog doing.
So, the one that's on this side. Oh wait, can I even do that one? Message 120 feet. I can do that. Plenty.
Easy peasy.
I will pull out my copper wire, and from behind a tree, I will poke out and I will point to the one that's on the other side of the brazier there, or the fireplace, or whatever that is on the ground. And I will cast sending.
I sent your sending.
Sorry, message. The cantrip.
Cantrip.
Very different.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
Cantrip.
Make sure you
Message.
get that right.
Yeah, message. Not sending. Message. Thank you. Pointing at the cult bandit on the far side. Hey, buddy, look over your shoulder. And I'll see if he responds. Or if he does anything.
So you're going,
This
you want
guy.
him to look like
I'm assuming he's facing the fire.
he is.
I'm trying to get him to turn around.
To look behind him? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
I will send it again, or cast it again.
Hey. Total, that you?
Not quite.
And
I would suggest that you and your buddy there consider dropping your weapons and taking your dog and leaving this place.
What is going on? Hi! Somebody's talking to me! From in my mind!
that's normal. We're in a cult.
Look around! See everybody kind of like, what? Huh? You've definitely
I
alerted
was
them
expecting it to go.
to danger. The Bloodsapper is going to make another perception check, at this point.
I'm hiding.
I've made a mistake.
Only an 8. Okay, not bad, not bad.
I am hiding. I am not here. Why would I be here? I'm not with them.
Like, you got any bright suggestions about what I should say to this guy?
Yeah, trust me.
Okay.
I got this covered. I'm going to walk out onto the bridge.
Oh!
Okay.
Bold move, Cotton.
Hey! Was that you talking to me?
Hey, look, you pinheads know a guy named Owen?
Who are you?
We're the guys who are looking for... I'm the guy who's looking for Owen. That's who I am.
Why?
Apparently, he has been a bad boy and he needs a spanking, and I'm going to give it to him. You want to get spanked too? Stick around.
Oh boy. I love this.
They just kind of look at you. Owen looks over his shoulder.
What's the...
Okay.
Fury of the small, baby.
And they start pulling out weapons, and
Okay.
it is time to fight.
Damn it, I want one last thing.
Well, what did you want?
I'm going to bust out my new cantrip, if I may.
Ooh.
So, hand goes to the belt. I pull out my whip, but it goes supernaturally long, and I'm going to try and thorn whip the far guy into the fire.
Someone's been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I picked this before I had that. That's what I'd like to do.
Right. We'll see where you end up in the initiative, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
They were immediately hostile to you.
That does
so-
sound a lot like a, well, we'll see how initiative goes kind of deal.
Yeah,
Given the
'cause
situation, I swap with you if I roll higher than you. Definitely.
All right. Can I at least roll intimidation for my initiative check?
Sure.
I am going to roll stealth because that is what I am doing.
I guess
That's what
I'll
I was
roll
trying to do.
perception because I'm
wow.
seeing
Okay.
how this is going to play out.
Yeah, sure.
Interesting. Apparently, I didn't put intimidation on the list. All right. Oh, my check. Thankfully, my perception is the same as my intimidation.
Yeah, probably just perception for Dinar. This will be a +4 on top of what I roll. Have I selected me? Yes, I have. So it'll actually be a 15 for Dinar because of my tactical wit. And Flick rolled worse than me by 1, but I'm still going to use my tactician feat and swap him
Okay.
with me. I'll put him in front of me.
Okay. Okay. Well, the good news, Flick, is that you're faster than the bandit, so...
Hooray! Doggo gets to go.
All right. Talent, you've got the jump, though.
All right. So having seen that everything's gone not great, I'm going after that thing, the canine thing for sure. As far as we can tell, is it just these two guys and their dog? "Quote unquote" dog. We haven't seen movement from anywhere else.
No, you can tell. You see some lights beyond, like up. You can see that there's
Other lights
you
and stuff, but can we?
You
tell
can just see the edge of a ballista peeking out over this parapet or there. So you get the feeling, and they seem to yell back to somebody to say that the one guy was like yelling back that
Okay.
there's somebody here. So there's more around. Yeah.
Okay. That's probably fine. I am going to reach out from cover and with a mighty shout, I shall need all three of them to make a wisdom saving throw against my hypnotic pattern.
Ooh.
That is perfect.
Well, the cultists suck.
The diamond is a ship, me lads, for the Davis Strait we're bound. Excellent.
Now, if this succeeds, should we not attack them then?
The
because they're
Bloodsucker
hypnotized?
has 17.
For it's cheer up,
Oh,
me
wait,
lads.
yeah, sorry.
Let
I
your
didn't remember
hearts never fail. For the bonny ship of diamond goes a fishing for the whale. So, as the diamond, the ship, goes out towards the three of them and razzle dazzles in the light, the two bandits have become charmed and are incapacitated, while the creature, as it has succeeded, is not. So what this means is you should all attack the thing and leave the two of them alone, because they will remain incapacitated as long as I maintain concentration, unless something takes an action to shake them out of their stupor.
It seems as though they were
or if they
issuing
take
commands to the creature, so maybe the fact that they're charmed means that they won't order it to attack.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but sure. Anyway, I am not going to give out any bardic inspiration this turn because I don't want to use that up just yet. I don't think necessarily that we need it. So
Okay.
that's that. Oh, yeah, no, that's it. I can't hide as bonus action, so that'll be it.
Okay. Not your turn yet, Jork. Just give me one moment here.
Any worries?
Uh-oh.
As flick the vines on the side of the bridge. Reach out
Oh, what the heck?
and animate.
Oh, boy.
And
Well, we know how to deal with these things.
a 19 to hit.
It's a solid maybe.
Come on, shield.
It's a no.
Nice.
Very nice.
Second attack is a 6. Torque, now it's your turn. This one seems smaller than the entity that was covering the entire wall. This is more patched, kind of in a local area.
Right.
Juvenile vine monsters.
Saplings.
I guess now seems like a good time to potentially enter a rage.
Hey, guys.
I'll set my elemental cleaver to fire because we know how useful that is.
I've made fire.
As Whelming Wrath just ignites in this, I almost imagine because of all the extra swamp gas in the air that the fire coming off of the hammer is almost like blue, like pilot light colored.
Very more like black acrid. This to it too is like the acidic gunk that's all around. Yeah, kind of combo of both.
So once I'm embiggened, I'll
oh yes. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
to the side here. Now I don't want to smash this stone bridge, so I'm going to.
Why not?
Well, because we have our own people standing on it.
Oh, that's a pretty good reason.
So I'm envisioning this attack as me just sweeping the flaming war hammer over the bridge, hopefully igniting the vines.
Okay.
Uh, 22 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 18 bludgeoning damage plus an additional 5 fire damage.
Oof. Well, with the fire damage is going to be 10. That is going to Expelliarmus it.
Well done, Torque.
All right, and then I assume that this isn't like a particularly deep river for my current height.
No, you can wade through. It's only a couple feet. It's a stream.
All right, I'll wade in and forgo my second attack now because I want to see how this thing reacts when its master is not able to issue orders to it. So I'll end my turn here.
Okay. So that will bring us to the Blood Supper. And yeah, it's going to come. So it does not seem to be hindered at all by a lack of commands.
Just the whole time.
And he is going to, let's see. Yeah, let's go. it's not going to come in your range. I think it's going to go there. And... It breathes out a strange breath-like weapon where it spits out a spray of acidic blood.
Ooh.
Mixed with acrid gas. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Acrid gas.
Don't like any of that. Don't like any of that sentence.
I mean, the Constitution saving.
14.
Okay. So that is okay. You will still... So you succeed, but you'll take half damage. Let me roll it, though. I don't like when these things let me roll the damage from here. We'll just go with the 14 acid, which is half, so you still take 7, and you are poisoned for 1 minute. Oh, no, wait.
No, he's not, because he succeeded.
No, yeah, so yes, sir, you take 7 points of acid damage. Yeah. Yeah. And it kind of goes... And you hear an echo in response. And then a second one from further up the river.
We need to finish this soon.
One of them.
Gave him a chance. These friggin' people, I tell ya. All right, Booming Blade. Blam, 17 gonna hit.
Go, man.
You going after the beastie?
Yeah.
17 does hit, yes.
All right, ooh, good damage roll. So 10 slashing and 12 thunder damage to start.
Two.
Follow up whip attack. 12, probably not going to hit.
12 does not hit.
Then I have moved 20 out. Can you move a... There. So it, if it moves, it will... Ooh, I rolled max damage. Or no, not max damage. Still. If it moves, it takes more thunder damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And I am done.
Okay, Dinar.
All right. Seeing as how this thing is clearly calling for backup, I'm going to try to put it out of its miserable misery. So Dinar is going to conjure up some magic missiles, and he's going to thrust them at the Blood Sapper. I'm going to cast this at 4th level. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 darts. Going to the Blood Sapper. If I can get my d4s. 6. Okay, not bad, not bad. So 4, 8. There's 2 3s, so that's 6. So 8 and 6 is 14. Another 2 is 16. Plus 3 is 19. So 19 plus 6, 25 force damage on the Blood Sapper.
Nice. They all slam into it. Narrows its eyes, looks directly at you, and its tongue comes lashing out.
Dinar will move up a little bit. So we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 just to get a little bit onto the bridge. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So, Talon, you said these guys are
They are
dazed and
incapacitated
confused?
unless someone spends dazed and confused. Yeah, unless they spend an action, unless someone spends an action to shake them out of it, they are incapacitated for as long as I am concentrating.
Okay. those swirlies on them. This guy up here, however, is not.
Yeah, it would have been anybody within 30-foot space there, so.
And he's going to aim his ballista. Actually, it's already kind of...
Oh, boy.
Did you say ballista?
Yeah, he did say ballista. That is indeed what he said.
All right, Ro.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna totally miss you, Torque.
Well, hey!
A giant ballista arrow or ballista bolt. You hear the boom, and this thing just shoots past, right past you, Torque, past Paige, and thuds into the tree trunk.
It glances off the crystallized growth on my shoulder.
Oh, nice. Thuds into a tree trunk back over here. And you see him step back. And kind of put his fingers to his lips and whistles. All right, top of the rounds. You can hear some calls and echoes coming from the other end of this clearing. Some more barking and yipping from blood sappers, and then another canine-ish howl that sounds distorted and bigger than what you've heard so far.
That sounds promising.
He's way up here. All right, in and see where he ends up.
Oh.
I thought it said hot dog for a second.
But we'll put Talent first. This guy's into a second. So, all right, Talent, is your turn. You hear kind of a...
Okay. Yeah, that thing's gotta go. It's gotta go! What can I do now? I am concentrating. So that is... It does somewhat... It's not within melee of any of my fine companions. I guess it's technically in range of Flick, but... Or wait, is it also in range of Torque? Does your reach go out?
I have a reach of 10 feet currently.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's... God, I really have so many AoE spells. Let's, I just saw this ballista bolt fire, so I do not want to get out of cover if I can help it. The guy with the ballista, though, he's 80 feet away. Can I target the ballista, or is that because it's an object? Is it specific to the spell description?
It would depend on the spell description, yeah.
Shatter.
Shatter says creature, doesn't it? Or no, does it?
Point of your choice within range, but objects take the damage as well.
Is it specifically that objects take double damage?
No, it's that a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Oh, right. It's constructs that take double damage.
Yeah,
Yes,
so you
right.
can... I mean, you can target the spot
a creature
where it
made
is.
of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage in the saving throw. It's kind of, yeah, it's designed for like destroying objects and things like that.
Mhm.
That being said, a ballista is pretty hardy. I might have to upcast this a bit, but I think I'm going to peer around the corner and throw a shatter up at that that fellow up there. How many feet away is he?
Okay.
So that means I'm gonna have to get closer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get closer. All right, I'm gonna move up behind Torque here. And then I'm going to now be in range for my 60 feet range spell. But I will need a Constitution save from the guy at the ballista and anyone within 10-foot radius sphere from the ballista itself. And then the ballista will also be taking damage.
Okay.
Oof.
It's an 18.
I thought to make a horseshoe and asked my hammer thus. He said, I'll ask the anvil what you require of us. The hammer asked the anvil, and she at once agreed that they should meet together in the way that I decreed.
15.
Oh, damn. Look at me go. I can't even see what's up there. I can just see a guy in a ballista.
The ballista makes no save, so it's just...
Right, it's just going to take the damage. Alrighty. Let's do some damage. Give me something good.
Come on, high damage.
I mean, that's okay. Actually, that's pretty good,
Yeah, that's not bad.
all things considered. That is 35 thunder damage.
Ooh.
That's not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Actually, I'm okay with that, I suppose. I mean, that was a 5th level slot.
So the Storm Creeper is dead.
2 8s, a 5, another 8, and 2 3s. Yeah.
That vine is toast.
Are the vines on the side of the cultists?
I assume,
No,
I'm targeting
they're
the buildings. I'm assuming it's part of.
Yeah, they're growing up around
Okay.
them.
I mean, look, if
I'm not sure why they're not being attacked by them.
If that whole corner caves away and guy ends up also sliding down and ballista slides down, everything breaks, I will also take that as a win.
So the cultist, he succeeded. Does he take half?
He will take half.
Oh, well, he's dead anyways.
The ground and the wall and all the ruins would also take the damage.
Yeah, so the cultist is dead anyways, because he's a cultist. He's just a nothing. Okay, so the ballista takes 25, and the blood sapper takes 25. Okay. Pretty decent.
Cool, I'll take
Actually,
that.
This campfire is going to be put out too.
I'm a bit in the open. I'm not super keen on that. Perhaps I can use my cantrip Gust of Movement to move 10 feet under the bridge. Can I do that?
How high is the bridge?
Under the bridge?
Yeah, am I able to go 10 feet under the bridge? I don't know, because like I could go here, but I don't know if that actually goes under the bridge.
You'd have to duck to go under the bridge.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. So you can't stand up. Well, Flick could probably stand up under the bridge. The rest of you can't.
Yeah, no, I'm fine to like some
It's
wind.
short.
Put out my arms and just kind of jump back as the wind gusts me into the nook, kind of this little niche under the bridge. Just be like, haha!
Okay.
It's so great to fight things that actually, suffer my magics. Go get him, Torque! Get the thing! That'll be me.
Okay.
Sorry, was that inspiration or?
No, I'm just telling you to do that.
Oh, okay.
Every time I give you inspiration, you never need it.
It's
You
just
never-
nice to be
you never end up using
included.
it. You don't need no stinking inspiration.
All right. So HO-DAG
That's a name.
comes barreling in. You see him he does double move, just comes rushing forward. You can see
Oh crap!
acid like dripping off of his thorn, off of
jeez.
his fangs. Weird greenish red glow to his eyes, and he's just.
Trillium, that is not a good boy. No.
Torque.
Very much not a good boy.
All right.
Yeah, he's a HO-DAG. named
HO-DAG.
after.
I mean, he looks happy.
The first thing that somebody said when they saw it for the first time. HO-DAG.
HO-DAG.
Yeah, I saw his name pop up. I thought it said hot dog at first.
Basically, HO-DAG.
That
That's
also works.
Let me just clean up some loose ends over here first. I'll make a reckless attack against this blood-sucking creature.
That would be blood sapper, not sucker.
Sapping my sentry. 28.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, that'll be 20 bludgeoning damage plus.
Ooh.
I said fire, right? Plus an additional 2 fire damage.
Nice.
Oof, yeah.
Thought that might have done it.
One more.
Crunch into the side of them and just you hear bones shatter, ribs crack.
Well, I still hear breathing, so let's try that again.
These
Just
blood
really-
sappers are hardy.
Mush him into the pavement with a 26.
That'll hit, yeah, definitely.
19 bludgeoning damage this time, plus another 3 fire damage.
That's perfect. You had 21 hit points left, and you did 22 damage. So
Nice.
Well done, well done.
that's enough. Yeah.
Good job, Torque.
Remaining slam into the ground. You just...
Did we get a sense that
it-
it had a reach attack, or was it going to be?
Yes, it had. So it did a cone breath in him.
So did a cone breath? Does it also have like a long tongue that it was going to be
Oh,
using?
its tongue is very long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that. It's sense that its tongue is exceptionally long as well. So.
I still have a bonus action. I don't know if this will do anything. Could I use my Mighty Impel to throw the corpse of the Blood Sapper at the HO-DAG?
I mean, that's cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to be fair.
It's
I mean,
40
if I
feet.
kind of arc the shot, could I use the falling damage rules to potentially bludgeon it a little bit?
You can throw it 40 feet?
I think I can only throw it 30, so I'll have to pick it up and carry it a little closer.
You gotta get a running. You gotta get like a running, and then
Yeah, I think Torque literally just grabs it by the tail and then just like hammer tosses it.
Okay. Interesting. And okay, so what's your total throwing distance?
I can throw it a maximum of 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see.
Okay. So you're not going to get it high enough to do any fall damage attack to it.
Okay. Well,
However, it is, I guess, it's an improvised weapon at the moment.
maybe it'll discombobulate him a little bit.
So go ahead and make an unarmed, or like, it's an improvised weapon attack, I guess. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is basically like a strength check
yeah,
since I'm not proficient.
it's not really going to do anything, but
Yeah, but I mean, a bonus action is a terrible thing to waste. I got a 14.
well, that'll hit.
Oh.
So it's gonna do a damage.
Hey, that's more damage than we've done to it yet.
So it'll do a damage because it falls on it. It's, sure.
I mean, hey,
Okay.
there's a lot of spells that trigger when it doesn't have full hit points, so
Okay.
hopefully that cheesed it off enough that it'll target me and not the
So
others.
you throw the blood dog up the HO-DAG.
I just imagine it's just like a water balloon full of blood.
it's
Just-
not pleasant.
Splat.
oh god.
It's definitely not pleasant. All right, 5. So you see one come barreling off the top of the stone wall here, and notice as it does so that it pretty much runs down the wall. You see its claws just sink in, and it just runs down without slowing. And it's gonna get to there. That's a 23 to hit.
That will hit. It's a far reach. Damn.
Yes, it is. So that's 12 piercing damage.
That'll be 6 for me.
And the tongue actually, like, leech-like attaches onto your skin.
Oh, see, Trillium,
And
these are
has
not good
lodged
boys.
itself on. And you can start to feel blood flowing from your veins into this entity's tongue.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
Ugh. This is far away, but... There's a beat.
He's doing the best he can.
All right, so you see another one come up here, running down. Flick.
All right. Here's what's going to happen. So, bonus action, I will cast Dragon's Breath at a 3rd level onto Paige. Make it fire, because fire is good.
Fire is good.
Paige will fly. Shma, and hose this guy down with some fire.
Fire!
So, Dragon's
Fire
Breath.
in the HO-DAG.
Well, hey.
So, dex save, take 12 fire damage.
That's
12
6.
fire damage it is.
Were you attacking the HO-DAG or
Not
the
bad.
Bloodsapper?
Bloodsapper.
Oh, the blood sapper. Sorry. My bad. My bad.
I mean, we'll still take that 6.
That's a 19. No, their bonus is significantly different, so.
All right, well, then it takes
Good
6
to
points of
know.
fire damage. And I back off to here. Without provoking, because she's got a flyby attack, because she's awesome.
Because she's awesome.
Move to there. Guess now's the time to bust out the Thorn Whip. That's all I can do. So, 18 to hit
On,
on the Bloodsapper.
sorry, higher side. Yes.
Right. 11 piercing,
Okay.
and I will yeet it closer to Torque so he can beat on it.
Ooh. Pulling it 10 feet in?
Sure, why not? Actually, no, I'll only pull it 5 feet so it can't reach me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
And I'm done.
Okay. Dinar.
All right. That HO-DAG is a little bit intimidating, so we're going to try to remove it from threat pool. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, to there. Dinar is going to pull out a little caterpillar cocoon. Swap that in his hand to an illusory caterpillar cocoon, and then the cocoon is going to hatch into a slug, and Dinar is going to project that forward to the HO-DAG. Casting Polymorph. So if it can please make a wisdom saving throw, has to be to 16. Something tells me the HO-DAG. Are you kidding me?
You
It only has
rolled
a
a
plus
16.
one.
That's
It
brutal.
literally rolled in.
Next time, just use it to turn yourself into a T-Rex.
Hold on, let me just check something.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay, it doesn't apply to
Wow.
What were you thinking? Cutting words might work?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it'd be great if cutting words did work on
Has to be on
saves, but it's only
man.
ability checks, attack rolls, and damage.
on attack, yeah.
All right, well, I still have 5 movements, so since that failed, I'm going to back up 1. And that will be my turn.
Nice try. You did good try.
Thanks, Talon. I'll try again next time.
You certainly will. Let no one ever say that you're never the one who tries.
What if you're the one saying it?
I mean, times change.
Flick. You hear a distant
Oh, crap.
as a ballista way up here
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
takes a shot
Damn.
at you.
I don't even see where you pinged.
You're up there. It's elevated and has line of sight.
Oh, jeez.
14.
Shouldn't hit.
Oh.
I will have to shield that.
Okay. You get your shield up just in time as a ballista bolt smashes off your magic shield and flings
Jeez.
off.
Wow.
Okay.
I got some more work to do, I guess. All so far away.
And you can hear Torque and Flick. You can hear this one up here being reloaded. You hear footsteps come running in,
Hopefully, we've got a minimum fire distance.
and then a
The one that I-
reload.
The one that I shattered.
Yeah, it took damage, but so there's you can
Yeah, I figured that.
you see the one guy like laying over, but you can hear like footsteps come running up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Okay.
reloading happening. So there's more than one guy in proximity.
What else I got?
Okay, top of the round, Talon.
Yeah, we gotta put a stop to that. These two jokers are still incapacitated. We should probably deal with them at some point. That would
Low
be good.
priority for now.
Yeah, no, I understand. Can I unsecured objects? Can I tell if the ballista is like secured to the wall or if it's just like sitting on it?
From where you are, you can see the base of it is like set into a base, like they've bolted it to the ground, like they've anchored it to this place. Yeah,
All right, yeah, that pretty much limits. What I can do
they've
with it.
built a stand for it, like
Okay.
connected to the ruin. Yeah.
Better enough. Oh god, everything's so concentration. It's like, man, I got some good stuff I can do, but it's all concentration. All right. Let's move up. Let's keep behind Torque as best I can. And all right, this blood sapper guy and the dude behind him. What's the range on this? Oh, everything's self. You really start to realize your limitations when you're presented with a large battle map. Let's do this. I know what to do. I know what to do. We are going to 10-foot radius. Disadvantage versus this one, which is projectiles from siege weapons are unaffected. Oh well, okay. That's great.
Not specifically, then.
That's super useful. Okay.
Like that's pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty ironclad right there.
What
Okay.
spell were you looking at?
I was looking at the different like wind spells.
There's no misinterpreting that one.
I mean, it would break concentration, but I'm like, those things are a problem. All right.
I might be able to. I mean, with Flick's help, I might be able to assist with.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't
the
see the
ballista
guy.
Situation.
I can't see the guy up there with the ballista, right? I just see that the ballista is. I can just tell that it's being reloaded.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
I mean, do I just throw another shatter up there? I feel like. I feel like that's.
How high is that wall they're on?
10 feet?
About 15 feet.
15 feet? That's pretty high. I feel like that's kind of the best option. Cause like, I mean, I could damage these guys down here, but I don't know. Like the ballistas are gonna be the problem. How far away am I from the other guy? The other ballista is for freaking 105 feet away from me. My God.
The ballistas won't fire themselves, so
that is true. That is true. What's the range on this spell? 60 feet. God! Alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to shatter again. Everything I've got is way too short range. Even this one. That's 60 feet too. Jeez. Wow. This is 120 feet. Not prone. That's not stupid. Yeah, I think, well, so my option is I can either shatter this guy, the one up there, or I can, like, tidal wave way back there, but I don't know how useful that's going to be completely honest with you. Because it's only going to be, like, 4d8 bludgeoning on a dex save with knocking prone. I think my best bet is to just shatter, again, the guy up there, or the ballista that's currently being reloaded. So I'm gonna need Constitution saving throws, please. From anything 10 feet from the ballista that's currently being reloaded.
Yes.
I thought to make an anchor for taking on the main.
That's a 5.
The hammer and the anvil relented once again.
So he's dead. They're dead.
So they sat there together as I prepared the cast.
Damn, 28.
They braced themselves for impact like a sailor on the mast.
Okay, so the ballista is toast.
Yes!
And so is the guy loading it.
That's right!
One down.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah, the ballista has 50 HP, and he did a total of 53 to it.
And it's sparks
and the guy who's loading it is toast as well. So yeah, you see it shatter. Part of the wall crumbles as well.
All right, I got that one. You guys get the creepy things.
Working on it.
Oh, that'll be me. He's a bit closer now, so if cutting words is going to be useful, it'll actually, be useful.
All right, HO-DAG. Yeah, he said that's it for you, right? So. HO-DAG HO-DAG is going to
I wasn't thinking about the HO-DAG moving. Not very smart.
Yeah, he going to charge. And write it in here, and then boom, barrel in. Amazing.
Bring it.
Oh,
wait, no, don't bring it.
Crit on Flick.
I've already used my reaction, so I can't silvery barbs that.
So it's going to be 11 piercing plus an additional 5 for the charge. And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
All right, 11 piercing plus 5, so
16 piercing damage.
Okay.
And a strength saving throw as he's charged you.
Strength save. I'm great at this. Here we go.
All right, you are knocked prone.
Oh.
As
That's
he
my
barrels
brain.
into you, just boom, rams. Massive
And
horns.
I've got advantage because Warcaster.
Hooray!
So, Dragon's Breath still up.
That's
Okay.
good at least.
And now that you are on the ground, he's going to bite at you.
That's a miss.
And he's going to claw at you.
It's also a miss.
So he's just like all teeth and horns and just slams you to the ground and just starts going like full on savage at you. And Torque, it's your turn.
Okay. So I saw in the stat block when this thing tongued me that I can actually attack the tongue directly to
You
potentially
can.
sever it.
Yes, so you can either do a strength check to just yank it off of you, or you can do an attack to sever the tongue.
I think I'm going to want to try to sever it
Sever
so
the
that he
tongue.
can't just
Sure.
immediately try it again.
Correct. Yeah, it'll be then he can't use it for the rest of the encounter. His tongue is toast. at that
Yeah,
point.
that seems like the better option. I'm going to reckless attack.
Nice.
That's a crit.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Maybe a bit
yes, it
wasted
is.
here, but
Nah, man.
Yeah, so his tongue is toast. I'm gonna roll damage. Like with that,
I
like
wouldn't
you
even
just,
roll it.
you just like grab his
I
tongue.
like to
and
think
just,
I like to think that like it like stabbed him in the arm, so he just like twirls it around
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
pulls it taut and then just
Nice. Yeah. Blood goes flying from the tongue.
yeah. And now that I've been free, my next imperative is to get this HO-DAG off of Flick. So I'll make a reckless attack against it. Question.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I was attacking the Bloodsapper's tongue and not the Bloodsapper itself.
Correct.
However, because I got a crit, would we honor my Crusher feat, granting advantage on anyone else that attacks the Bloodsapper? Or not, because the tongue is considered like a separate target?
It is considered a separate target, so I'd say probably not.
Okay. Anyway,
because the
reckless attack
tongue,
on
the tongue has
HO-DAG.
its own AC and hit points. Like it is the entity basically.
Oh,
Okay.
Attack.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna make a reckless attack against the HO-DAG, and oh, look at that, another crit.
Oh my goodness.
Torque's back, everybody.
Jeez.
Torque's back.
Here we go. And in honor of that, I gotta say, HO-DAG.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang!
HO-DAG.
Let's
There we
see,
go.
God.
16 plus 6,
That's awesome.
22,
Jeez.
25 points of bludgeoning damage plus
Fire.
an additional 10 points of fire damage.
5.
Oh, dag. Oh, man.
Is that 35 or 38? 35 total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yes, okay, yeah. And also with my
Whoa.
Crusher feat, which not only gives everyone else advantage on if they attack this thing, I'm also going to push it 5 feet away to get it off of
Bless
Flick.
you.
Okay. Oh man, Torque.
Step in here to intercept myself.
Oh,
HO-DAG. That was brutal.
And still have bonus action, so I'm going to throw this detongued Bloodsapper out of here. So it will have to make a strength saving throw with a DC of, I should really just write this down, With a DC of
Well, I got a 7, so
17. Okay.
12 plus your strength.
It's currently like, oh my tongue. Yeet it over the wall.
Yeah, you know what? I think I will do
the 15
that.
foot wall. Just keep in mind, but
I'm just gonna fling it over the wall.
yeet.
Take some pieces off the board, even if temporarily.
Jack, that was epic, man.
Torque is back.
And,
Torque is back.
all right, is that it for Torque?
Yes. After all of that, Torque will end his turn.
All right. Well, this guy's gonna come running back in.
Just everyone remember, you all have advantage against the HO-DAG until the start of my next turn.
HO-DAG.
Ooh, I'll take advantage of that. Don't you worry.
Yep.
All right, this blood sapper is going to come there, Torque. He doesn't have a tongue anymore. So he's going to, I need you to make a 15, sorry, 15. He's going to make a 15-foot cone. You can use his bloody breath. I need you to make a con save, please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the bloody breath.
Ooh.
Yeesh.
Natural 1 for a total of 9. However, I do have inspiration.
Yeah.
Can I re-roll that?
If you want to use your inspiration.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay.
To bring it up to a much more
Dang.
robust 25.
I think that's better. Yeah.
Finally.
That's definitely better.
You will take 7 points of acid damage, which is the half of the 14, and then you'll half that again because of your rage. So you take 4 points.
Huzzah!
You take 4 points of acid damage.
I don't think I resist acid damage when I'm raging.
Oh, do you
So
not
I
have
think
that? Okay.
No, I just
7,
resist
okay.
bludgeoning, poisoning, and not poison. Bludgeoning,
Do
piercing,
you
and
not gain
slashing.
resistance to whatever element you're wielding?
He's
No, I don't think so. Let me double check that.
interesting.
It's a cleaver.
I mean, yeah, regardless, but
Right. When you wield the weapon,
So
damage.
7 damage though. 7 acid.
you done take it to acid.
So, sorry, how much acid was that then? 7?
Yeah. All right. This other one is going to also come in and use its bloody breath to target all 3 of you. Torque, Flick, and Caitlin will all fall into this cone. So I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
21.
18 for me. Man, really glad that we got that blessing.
Hey, there we go. 22.
Like you're really missing out. You really should have got in on these blessings.
All right. So that is, you all saved. So you're
Hooray.
not poisoned, but you do all take 7 points of acid damage. You take half damage.
And I need to concentrate, which I do. Those blessings wear off like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I will need
They were
to.
48 hours, so
They were 48 hours. So yeah,
I don't know if
technically
we're past that.
Oh,
you're
whoops.
kind of at the limit of it. So
Well,
after this,
I
next
will-
round, they'd be-
I'll
they'd be
toggle it
done.
off then. Yeah, sorry. I forgot that we rested.
Oh,
okay.
God. How much acid damage, or how much damage was it again?
7.
Okay, good.
You're good. You're good. It's all good.
I am
Right,
good.
Flick, you're up.
Really don't want those 2 guys to wake up right now.
All right. So I will have Paige move in here. And since everyone's doing the cone thing, I will do the cone thing.
Do the cone thing.
Like a new dance move?
Yeah. So I'll tag the blood sapper and the HO-DAG with this.
You just do this and like walk around. Do the cone thing.
So dragon
Cone
breath.
thing. Do the cone thing.
So we need some dex saves from this blood sapper and this HO-DAG.
That's a good clip there. Do the cone thing. 10 for the blood sap.
13 fire for you and 13 fire for you.
Also 10. Ooh, HO-DAG hurt.
And then Paige is actually going to fly up.
Oh, wait. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Whoa, what just happened?
Woo! That was exciting.
Is that the cone thing? Is that what that looks like?
I think that was the cone thing.
That was the cone. Yeah, do the cone thing. You know what that was, man.
All right. So Paige, yeah, I got Paige to perch up at the top of the wall here,
Cone thing.
so I can actually see what's going on up there. Maybe a little. But anyway.
Yes. Right. Whoop.
Beautiful. All right, and then Flick. I'm going to Booming Blade on the Blood Sapper first. Ooh, 20 will probably hit. He can take 14 damage, and he'll take 21 if he moves.
Ooh.
Not bad. And then with my bonus action, I will whip the HO-DAG with advantage because of Torque's crit.
Sorry, I AD cheat out there. What, you hit the blood sapper or the HO-DAG?
Blood Sapper for 14, and he's booming. Then I'm going to finish off the HO-DAG with a 20.
Kill that HO-DAG.
Booming. 20 to hit will hit.
8 slashing. I will dump my Fury the Small into this just to make sure he's dead.
You are small
it's-
and he is large.
That's another 12 damage, I thought. Yeah, so
That
takes
should
20.
finish it off.
Want to make sure.
Yeah, he did.
Beautiful. I'm still within reach of the Blood Sapper, but not much I can do about that unless I want to provoke, which I don't. So I'm good. I'll stay here.
No?
Okay.
Why not?
Dinar.
We haven't taken a lot of damage, have we?
Not a lot.
It's been a decent amount. We've been very lucky the ballistas have been missing.
Oh, that's a good point.
Both
all
of
right.
us so far, yeah.
Knowing
Both
the
been hitting
burden
us,
of
we can't
concentration,
let them
and seeing what you've done to those cult bandits, I think Dinar is going to attempt to alleviate you of some concentration. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Can I get from there? Hit both of them? Yep. So standing there, Dinar is going to pull out a rod of amber. He is going to run his fingers down it and then shoot them out. Shoot his one finger out towards the targets, casting lightning bolt.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
They have to make a dexterity saving throw, which I'm assuming in a stupor they can't.
I don't know if incapacitated stops them from doing
I
that.
think they still can.
A disadvantage, maybe?
Conditions, incapacitated
actions or
says,
reactions.
Can't take actions or reactions. That's it.
Yep.
Well, they both got 13.
Fantastic. I have a 16 spell save DC, so they are going to take 8d6 lightning damage,
Close.
which I think... Do I have to roll this twice?
No.
Just one damage. They
Just
both take
roll
it?
it once. Just roll
Okay.
it once.
Yeah. You roll it once and they can all take it.
There's a lot of 6s here. Okay, so 6, 12, 18, 24, 28, and then 2 5s. So 38 lightning damage to both of them.
Yeah.
That's a big lightning bolt.
You incinerate them. Like you endgame
Yeah.
snap them. Like they're just
They are
done.
vaporized.
They
Just
are
their
cooked
They
up.
literally just
4 pairs of smoking shoes.
they're yeah. Like 1 minute they're there just kind of in the stupor looking at the fire, and then next it's just like
so pretty.
there's like an after image for a second because the lightning bolts, and there's like an after image of them. And then
Okay.
the after image fades, and they're not there anymore. So like
We're
there's,
gonna
like,
call that
piles of
maneuver the
ash.
bug zapper.
Mm.
Lure him in with pretty lights and then zap him.
There you go.
Deal.
But yeah, you just toast the crap out of them. Like they're done. You killed them twice, so that like they can't even be brought back.
They're double dead.
That's right.
Once they're dead, Dinar will call out, "All right, Talon, now you can focus on something else."
Heck yeah!
And that'll be my turn.
We got one ballista down, so that's less of an issue, but we'll see.
These guys are still too far away, so I'm just gonna kind of linger. Just gonna reload the ballista. That's really all they can do. At the top of the round, you hear from somewhere up above. And above, I mean like the far end of
the thing where the ballista was?
Beyond that, yeah, but like sort
Okay.
of where the back, like, you know, main
I
temple.
see these spiral stairs up here.
There's a half roar, half kind of whinnying sound. It's a strange, nightmarish resonance that fills this clearing. Somebody has been angered at your presence.
Oh,
Just
shoot.
now?
And we're going to pick it up at the top of the round next session.
No!
We will actually cut it
Nice.
Yeah.
here because it
Alrighty.
is well after 11 and we're still mid combat, but we will we're gonna keep going through combat in
Going to
sessions going
slaughter.
forward. So
I mean, you could try your intimidation again, Flick. They might listen this time.
so top of the round, we will pick it up with Talon's next time. So not next week, because next week is Thanksgiving, so we are off next week. But we will pick it up the following week. We'll jump back into combat. So thank you everyone for watching. So again, we've reached affiliates. So please do subscribe. That'd be a great way to help us out. Help the channel out, help us to bring more content to you as we get some subscriptions and can get some content going that way. So do the thing, do the follows, do the likes and such as, and we will catch you in a couple weeks. So good night, everyone. Bye bye.
I really need a bio break, so I'm gonna bail out.
Bye, Jack.